I've got Restream running here. Let's see what happens here. So I should be streaming to Twitch and to YouTube. We definitely want to keep this muted for now. Alright, so I am streaming to YouTube now. How do I know that? I don't want to do that. Well, looks good there. Am I streaming on Twitch yet? Streaming on Twitch? Okay, cool. I guess we'll go with that. The problem with this is going to be how to manage chatters on both platforms, I think. That's okay. We'll figure this out. Figure it out together. Twitch TV, JB Nunn. Let's get this loaded. I'll at least pay attention to Twitch. So if you're watching on YouTube, go to twitch.tv/JB Nunn, and I think I'll be able to see just those comments there. All right, let's get set up. So today I'm going to build an Alexa skill with, let me go ahead and log in, with Python. Been working on a game in Python for Alexa called Enemy Unknown. So I'll show you a little preview of that real quick. What's up, Mark Cuban? I'll give you a preview of this game. Okay, so skill builders, that's me. Alexa skill kit, skills kit is good, console is good, enemy unknown. Here we go. So let's start it off. Let's do test, and let's do, hopefully you can hear this. Let me turn this up just a little bit. We're gonna go to 22, that's fine. Don't allow. All right, now it's gonna start me off in, not the beginning of the game, but a place where it's saved. But you'll get the point.
You're in the principal's office, and there's no one here. The room is dimly lit by the emergency lighting. The office contains a desk and bookshelf, and there's a window against the far wall. To the right of the desk is a large globe, sitting on a stand.
Okay, so this game is in the style of Choose Your Own Adventure games, and then the series of games from Infocom, like Zork, Infocom Zork, and Witness, Deadline, etc. These are really, really good games. I haven't watched this video. Let's see what this is about. Yeah, I mean, I did not have Cut Through. I had Deadline. I had Lurking Horror. I had The Witness. I played Zork. I've played a few of these, but I had Infidel. These were really, really fun games. The cool thing that I loved about these games, Infocom, what do they call them? Feelies. They came with these, I don't know, assets, or I don't know what we would call it, but like, let's see if we can find feelies for Deadline. Deadline came with a suicide note, a telegram, I think. Infocom feelies Deadline. Yeah. So Deadline was really good. Here are the feelies. What do we have here? Oh, this is some tablets. Tablets found near the body. These were like physical things that came in the game box, and they were so cool. Because you needed this to, yeah, here are some notes. You needed this to solve the mystery. It really helped to solve the mystery. So that was good. So anyway, we're in the office. We're in the principal's office. So you've missed some things where you're in your room when this thing starts off. You get a call. You decide you can either print a message out and decode it, or you can ride your bike to school. So I've chosen to ride my bike to school. When we get there, there's the lights go out. We go exploring, and then we come to the principal's office. So there's a couple things here. I'll give you some clues. There's a desk, a bookshelf, a window against the far wall. So let's say look out the window. I'm not sure if I've...
The window is damp and foggy, but you can see the school entrance.
And then we can say things like spin the globe, maybe. Spin the globe.
You give the globe a spin.
All right. And all this is here in code. So let me find this for you. Let me pull down the latest code. How do we pull down changes?
You see two small hinges along the equator.
Let's stash these changes. I don't think they were important. Alright, so now we've got some things. By the way, this is a really cool plugin for VS Code called Draw.io. Draw.io gives you a nice ability to flowchart. So what I'm using, I've got a map built for the game I'm making. So we start off in the room, which is, the scene is called intro. Let's update this. Intro, we'll call this bedroom. and then you connect the modem. These aren't necessarily places, but more actions you can take. So connect the modem, print a message, or ride the bike to school. So we're here, we've gone to the principal's office, and these white boxes are things that we've got to fill out still. Basically, no matter what path you take, it's all going to end up at Hobby Shop, which is going to be Act 2 of the story, and then we'll move on from there. But we need to get all of these knocked out first. So, playground and bike rack, let's go. We're still in the principal's office, so 2 small hinges, we can obviously say open the globe.
I'm afraid I don't know.
Oh,
how
we
to
can't.
do
Okay,
that.
good.
Perhaps you can try another question or phrase.
So let's figure out why that is, and that's where we're going to get to today. So let's split this window, split terminal, and we're going to go to AWS logs, and we're going to say AWS. I've got some cool logs I've built, our logging system that I took from Jorge Bautista and modified it to really show me just what I want to see. None of the cruft that comes with developing for Alexa skills, but more just exactly what I want. So here we go. We did get an error message. This, to me, right here, I'm afraid I don't know how to do that. That's my version of an error message. So here's the error right here. Local variable result, reference before assignment. So let's look on story hooks, line 81. So story hooks, line 81. Return results. So we're building a result, but so there's an else right here that we're missing. So obviously we're hitting this else case. This should not be happening. I can fix this. Okay, so there's no result happening right here. We need to make a result. So I said open the globe, right? If can open the globe, we just need to say result can perform action is true, and we're going to return that result. So that should fix that. And we're going to say ask deploy. Before we do this, I know there's one little bug that likes to bite me. Ask states.json. When I switch from Mac to PC, I've got to come and delete this revision ID. Now that'll deploy. This right here is a whole different issue, so we're going to say get pull. Let's see. See this log right here where it's showing start request ID and end request ID, I've blocked that out where it shouldn't be happening. And yet, get detached. Get check out. Let's just see what branches we have here. Get branch. So we have head and master. So get checkout master. Get pull. There we go. Let's try this. Still getting these, but I think that's just some residue from, I'm not sure. All right, let's see if YouTube it ever worked. I don't know how to tell, how do I go live? Go live. Oh, I'm live right now. Okay, cool. But I don't know how to see comments, so I'm gonna keep YouTube open in one window and Twitch open in the other, and maybe I can see comments between the two of those. Who knows? Oh, there's one more thing I can do for comments in Twitch. I know how I can solve this problem. Oh, we failed with a non-zero error code. This is new. Native command error. What would cause that? Do we have a... We have failure. That's okay. That one I've had for a little bit, just a day or two, and I have not fixed that yet. That's not a fatal error, though. Story hooks. So we just added a result. Can perform actions. That should work fine. We're going to do this again. And then over here, we're going to split this window one more time. And actually, can I do it this way? Let's see. There we go. There's a way for me to get chats. So let me get the chats from Twitch here. There's a, where's that GitHub repo? GitHub Twitch CLI? I know I spelled that wrong. There we go. Donkey7, he's forked this repo from someone. I think, maybe this is the right one. Alright, let me generate a token real quick. I've had this exact problem before. Let me do this in Chrome. It'll be a little bit easier. So let's go Dongi Chat CLI Twitch. Dongi 7. We're going to generate a token. I'm going to come over here so you can't see my token. Do this. So I've got the token now. And now we should be able to go to TC add username token. So I'm not going to add it. Let's think about the best way to do this. Can I do this here? TC add JB_None and then the token. Okay, that added it. Now I should just be able to connect. Let's see if this works. So TC connect JB_None. I should see the chats for Twitch here. All right, cool. All right, I think I have everything set up like I wanted. So we're still getting a build error here. This is a new thing to me. The hash of the current, skill ID. The hash of the current does not compare. That's fine. Fully qualified error ID. Build scripts failed with non-zero code 1. What does that even mean? There's a new version of this Ask CLI out. Let's bump this and make sure. Oh, 2.10.1. I've already updated that. Alright, this is really weird. Ask deploy is not working. If we do ask dialog, does that work? Open enemy unknown. So that works. That's the text we expect to see. So to the right of the desk is a large globe. Open the globe. This should fail. It should give us a message because we haven't posted the fix yet. Oh, it's already opened. Oh, right, because it does open it here. It sets the world state to open, saves it, and then it tells it the globe is already open, which is perfect. It did exactly what it's supposed to do. There's a bottle of bourbon. You can say drink the bourbon, but I don't let you. B-O-U-R-B-O-N. You were too young to drink this stuff. Besides, this is a line from one of the games. I think it's a line from Deadline, from Infocom's Deadline. Look at the desk. Okay, so that's fine. This Mrs. Robner is a callback to Deadline too. One of the characters was Mrs. Robner. All right, so this right here, let's get rid of these logs real quick. So these start and end logs are just noise. If you're doing an Alexa skill, for the most part, you do not need these logs that show you the start and end of these. Those are just noise. So the way to get rid of it, we're going to go here to core. Where's core? core.py. And all we're going to do is look for, so report request ID, report, anything with the request ID in it, I want out of here. I don't want that around anymore. Start, request ID, and report and end. Perfect. So let's go to the logs. While true, so this is when it's looping through the logs. Here we go. So if message find info, here we go. We're going to add this. If message find error. So we're just searching that stream. This is the message. We want to say, hey, what's up, Gold Zulu? We'll say if message. Gold Zulu, I saw you had a stream today. I couldn't watch it, but I hope it went well. Did you build on your game? So if we see request ID, the only problem is if we do a console.log or a logger.info or whatever it is containing that, then it won't show us the log, which I'm not doing that. But okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to say if message.find end request ID or message.find start request ID. Let's make sure we spell that right. Is that what it says? Start. Yep. And these are concatenated here. Or you did a quick one on VoiceFlow. Well, I'm gonna have to watch that one, Gold Zulu, because I know version 2 of this game is going to use VoiceFlow. End start. Like Gold Zulu, you would know. It is earlier. My stream is normally earlier on Tuesday. I'm trying to see if I went on a run with my son this morning at that same time, so I'm going to try to see if afternoon streams are better. I'm going to experiment for a little while. It's getting late there, right? You're at 10:30, 9. whatever it is. So end request ID, start request ID, or report request ID. Report request ID. Anyway, do you think VoiceFlow... We could build this game in VoiceFlow, right? I mean, it seems like I'm recreating a lot of that here. 9:20, okay. I've got UTC time on my watch, and it's... So you're an hour behind UTC. Continue. So if we see those, we're going to continue. We don't care about printing that out. I don't know. I get confused between Skillflow Builder and VoiceFlow, because I don't use either of them. VoiceFlow can build skills in one day. Alright, we're going to test this, see if it works. So the thing to do to test this is pip install AWS logs. No. Pip install this. We want this directory. We don't want to pull from PyPy or GitHub. We want to do this. And then we're going to do AWS logs, see if. Good. Okay, so if you notice here, there's a name on the name principal's desk. Let's get the keys. So grab or take the keys. Take the keys. Let's just see if we get some logging for that. You're already carrying the keys. That's right, because I've already played this part. That's all right. We should see logging, I think. I know I can type in debug now. I've got a debug statement, so I can just type debug. So GoldZulu says VoiceFlow is like WYSIWYG, like diagram links and stuff. SFB is like your Python one here, just more English and less code. Okay, so maybe SFB will be a better fit for me. Okay, I see what's happening. So every log contains one of these. Is that the case? That doesn't make sense though. But let's comment that out. Pip install this again. Let's run this. Let's see. There, that's that. If I do debug, we should see this again, this exact thing again. I'm not sure we'll notice the change. Yep, there it goes. Okay, so if message find. Message.find this or that or that. So I'm just going to say, what if we say do nothing? Pass. What happens if we do that? Okay, so I've got to figure this error out, why I can't deploy to the skills kit. So let's quit this and ask deploy again. Let's see what happens. Python is awesome. It's like SFB, but more flexibility when needed. Yeah, good, thank you. I'm having a lot of fun building it. I know that much. Build script. I hate this error message so much. Build script failed with non. So, if Python version, it's almost like this is Python-V 3.6. You just completed a way to deploy a model without a full deploy. You could also to update Lambda endpoints from a CLI. Oh, SFB will do that? Oh, ask 2. Yeah, this part right here definitely makes sense. Like, it's not doing that. But why am I getting this part? At C users, build flows, this. This is the... Oh, I wonder if when I updated this new 2.10, I broke something in here. Let's see. How do I open this file? File, open file, paste that, and build flows / build.ps1. Huh. Python pip. Did I type everything right? Build flows python-pip build.ps1. I'm gonna have to hack around with some PowerShell tonight. That's no fun. Alright, so line 86. Python version. So this is where it's dying. Yeah, it uses ASCII uses PowerShell on the Mac, and then I don't know. I think it just uses PowerShell on PC, and I think SH files on the Mac. This is where it's dying. So 86 is saying Python version equals and Python. Here's what I'm going to do. I don't care about this. I'm using Python 3. I know I am. I'm going to comment those out, and I'm going to try this again. So it's some weird check of the Python version, and it's failing. So I wonder if no one's filed a complaint on that yet, and that's why we're getting that. Because this looks like it's going to work. And that's 2.10.1 is the newest version I'm using. Okay. It's really interesting, though. Yeah, I'm going to definitely file an issue. I'm on a Chime group, or Chime room. Yeah, this is working now with this group. So luckily I have their ear, and I will be sending them this as soon as we're done. I think what's happening is this line is failing, but I don't know how to run PowerShell. So what if we... I mean, I know how to run it. Let's just try this. I'm not going to spin the stream doing PowerShell junk. Well, that seems to work. So can I echo pi 382? That works. But for whatever reason, it doesn't work. No idea. That's okay. I'm not solving that. I do have influence in the CLI stuff. Well, I don't know if it's called influence, but I have their ear. Oh, good. You got Miniconda working. Miniconda is great. Especially if you're going to mess with multiple. Like I'm doing this in 3.6, and I've got another project in 3.8. So Miniconda really helps keep all of that clean. This finally works. Now we can do Ask Dialog. Oh, man, you're using Powerline 10K? I love Powerline 10K. You're going to... I don't know. I don't know if it's just the aesthetics of Z Shell that I like, or if it really does bring me extra functionality, but I do like it. The tab complete's really good, and then so if I want to type like like AW, I can hit up arrow and it'll bring me my last AWS commands. Open enemy unknown. CD without CD. I didn't realize that was part of Z Shell. I used that, but I guess Z Shell gave me that ability. You're in the principal's office, so we already know we have inventory. We should have the keys with us right now. This is looking better too. Actually, this part right here doesn't... Okay, this part has to go too. I remember how to get rid of this. We're going to get rid of this. So, I break up the message right here, and ED... I don't even remember what these stand for, and then the message is last. I don't want E. I just want message.self.color red reverse. What is this? That's for an error message, right? Yeah. So let's just get rid of E. Self-color E. Oh, that's the error. Oh, well, it's fine. I'm going to... Oh, you have a new extension for me. This is good. Serverless extension. I've modified this on my Mac. I'm just going to have to push that to GitHub and pull it down. We'll live with this for now. It's not worth the time. All right, so we're carrying keys, empty principals. Oh, it's all I'm carrying is keys? So serverless extension in VS Studio. Oh, so someone's already done this for me? File. Preferences, extensions. Serverless. Is it here? Thread heaps? Serverless. There's a CloudWatch. Serverless console by DevAdvice. Serverless console. Okay, let's check this out. Does this icon look familiar? It's an alternative UI for CloudWatch. It's focused on serverless functions but can be any kind of log group. That's good to know too. Oh, that's nice. Will it tail? Will it show me like logs as I... Or how are they getting to that? Right there. Huh. That's not too shabby. Let's try it. It's not CLI. That's okay though. So if I go here... To add a service, okay. Serverless framework. Choose custom, okay. Choose custom. Profiles that service title. We're gonna say CloudWatch. Region, I'm in US East. Log group is, oh yeah, log group. Okay, so AWS Lambda ask enemy unknown default, I think is that. And let's say add log group. And I guess we're done. So logs, I don't need DynamoDB yet. Oh, DynamoDB, it's not a terrible idea. Enemy unknown skill. Add service. Okay. Oh, I don't know if I added this. I didn't. So logs is going to be custom Jeff9 logs. We're going to call this enemy unknown logs. US East. The log group is AWS Lambda. And I have several, it looks like. AWS Lambda. Well, here it is. Here, let's see. AWS Lambda ask enemy unknown. Okay. AWS Lambda ask enemy unknown default. I may not have the right profile. Profile Jeff9. Custom AWS. Didn't I just see this? US East. AWS. Can't type. Oh yeah, I can. Lambda. Ask dash. Enemy. Unknown default. Add log group. Now go ahead and add this other one that was right underneath it. AWS ask Lambda. Ask. Enemy. AWS. Sorry. Lambda ask, and we'll add this one too. Don't add another group, just add another service. Don't add a second log group, there's another button. Okay. So we'll add a service. Well, let's just see what this one looks like real quick. Oh, that's glue crawlers. I don't want that. How do I get rid of a service now? Remove. Sorry, let's try this one more time. So I go here. And I want to go here maybe. Last logs, search logs, serverless console logs. I'm going to go custom again. Jeff9, config service name, title. Oh, where's custom at? There we go. Custom, thank you. Alright, title is that. And I want to do AWS Lambda ask dash E. I'm going to spell this right. I'm going to add this one, select the log group, and that's it. Okay, and then I just hit add service, right? Or do I say add log group? Just add the service. Okay, there's that. Let's see what this looks like. 2 months ago, so that's the wrong one. Let me add one more. Alright, we wanted to go add. You can search the logs. Enemy unknown logs. Rate exceeded. I was afraid of that. Try again. That. I think I made it angry. We're going to close it down, let it sit for a second. There's a rate limit on these API calls. It should be like per second. I don't think I was hitting it per second, but maybe I have so many groups that they're paginating and it's causing some issues. Maybe this plugin paginates and makes a lot of calls. I think you hit crawler just now. Okay, maybe I did. So source is custom. Profile is this. Title is enemy unknown logs. Region is that. Log group is AWS Lambda ask enemy. And we picked the first one, then we're going to pick the second one now. And we're going to say add service. I'm going to get rid of this one, remove. And 7 minutes ago. Brilliant. Okay, now what do we do? Start request IDs, debug. There we go. Okay, nice. That is handy, especially the search. So if I want to search for light source, LIGHT source, 8 minutes ago, we have light source true. Nice, Goldzilla, like that. Okay, we're gonna keep that. Let's look at items here, and these are the players, or these are, yeah. So if I want to change, oh, I don't even need God mode anymore. I can just use this. I can change everything right here. Oh, so much easier. How'd you find that? That's really good. Okay, let me see if I have anything on. I have no idea how to tell what's. I'm streaming on YouTube also, but I have no idea. Test. I'm just gonna say test. Can't even spell that. There we go. Okay, so let's go back. Let's knock something out now. So let's go to story. Where's our draw.io file? AWS logs were closing, Lambda story draw.io. Alright, so I need to get rid of this. I'll keep logs open, I think. Can I just close them like this? Nope. Oh, so there's basically another window. Alright, I think I'm figuring it out. Oh, nice. You're going to go to YouTube and check it out? All right. I don't even know what to tell you on how to get there. I'm JB None on YouTube, but I don't know what that means. Okay, so we are in the principal's office. So in the principal's office, you can grab keys. The keys are going to be important for playground. There's going to be a door to the playground that goes to the outside. It will be locked. So we need to, let's work on this scene right here. So we're going to call this, so hallway, in the hallway. If I go to story.yaml, and I go to content.py. Whoops, we need to load the story. Alright, so in one of these is the directions you can take. So let's look for playground. P-L-A-Y, ground. Alright, so from the school hallway, we can go north, south, east, or west. So if they happen to go east, then that is just school playground. We need to build the content for school playground. So let's do that now. And I don't believe I have that. I don't, so let's go add it right under school classroom. So, school playground. School playground. It's really not... Oh, nice. Goldzilla is here. Hello, hello. Yes, Restream IO. It took me maybe 5 minutes to set up. It wasn't hard. It's just a new stream key. And then you throw it into a stream URL, stream key, and Streamlabs. And off you go. Alright, this really isn't the playground yet. It's the, oh, maybe it is. Maybe we consider this the door. So if you try to go east from the hallway, it's a door that's locked. So that's what we need to do. So if they're in school, let's go, okay, we need to change some things here. So we're going to get rid of this for now. And we're going to go to main.py. And we're going to go for direction intent. Direction east intent. Okay, east intent. Yeah, I really didn't have a... Thinking about this. I didn't set up an intent that would handle all directions. I made intents for each, just north, south, east, and west. They may come back to bite me. But I'm gonna go with it for now. So east. So if player dot location, so we can look at the player right here. Player dot story point world state location. Player dot world state location equals hallway, school hallway. We're going to say this. Let's put a little comment here. Player cannot go east if the door is locked. Door to the outside. Player world state location is school hallway, and player.world state. Let's just do some logic here. Then we're going to say if outside door, school outside door in player.world state. So if we have that variable, something sure doesn't look right. Why is that white? I guess it's okay. Alright. If school outside door is at if player.world state school outside door equals locked, then we're going to return some content. We're going to say content.vo equals content.prepare. You cannot go that way. The door is locked. And I'm actually going to make this a load assets for direction player east. Really, this logic should live in this. Yeah. There we go. We'll keep these nice and clean. Like a skinny controller. Alright. Content load assets for direction. Let's go look at that. It's right here. Okay, here we go. So we have a logger debug attempt. If the world state location is valid and blah blah blah, so it's saying, alright, you're valid to be here, but if the say check for locked doors. We almost need something like a dependency. Yeah, why don't we do this? This would make this so much easier. How do we add... Okay, we need to play some Python now. So we have these valid directions. Valid directions is this. East is school playground. I think these all have to be... It's going to require some retooling here. This should be valid though, right? North is going to be another dictionary. The dictionary is going to have the location, so location is going to be called... You're confused by pip and conda. Well, pip installs, like in general, if you're using conda, try to install the software with conda first. So conda install and then the name of the software. Because it will look at your requirements, that's not the word, dependencies, and it will know what you need to install. Pip kind of blindly goes to this repository called PyPip or PyPy, P-Y-P-I, and grabs things without really checking a whole lot about dependencies. So when you can, use conda, especially if you're using things like OpenCV. OpenCV is notoriously difficult to install with pip or with just traditional. Can you use the base, like the base environment? You can. What I do is like my base includes things like the requests library, any like basic things that I would want to use on all my stuff. But if I'm going to install things for computer vision, then I'll create a new environment and only install things into that environment, because those are usually heavy and maybe we'll break some other things. I still use pip a lot more than I should probably. And sometimes I'll try to install things with conda that just aren't available yet. But pip has them, so you have to do that. But when you start doing conda installs, there's going to be a flag that'll help you called channel. So it's -C. So some like TensorFlow, for example, has, I think you have to install TensorFlow with conda. I believe they have you use a channel. So here you create the environment, activate the environment, and then... Oh, so yeah, you can do this too. You can add in, when you create the environment, you can add packages. So they're not using a channel, but sometimes you'll see -C google.com/whatever, and it's like their repository. So location is going to be called school classroom, and then dependency is going to be a world state dependency. This is what we need. World state dependency, door, dependency key, outside door, and then we should have a value. World state dependency value is going to be, so it must be true. Door, outside door, or it must be unlocked. There we go. I just want to see. Oops, did I forget it? Yeah, perfect. All right, so that works. Terminal chat is awesome as it will sync with the viewer on lag. Yeah, I really like it. I like being able to focus on one screen at a time too, instead of having to look over, but or have like, you know, a window. It just doesn't let me reply here, so I cannot reply to you in this. But that's okay. It might be a fun project to try to tackle. All right, so I know what I'm going to do here. This will make the logic a little easier. It is going to... What do I have behind me? I mean, literally behind me? I have a green screen here, if that's what you're asking. Oh, on the sidebar. Oh, I just have the rest of the screen. You mean like in this, like, hidden behind your bar? Yeah, it's just more of the window. Is there stuff you can't see? You can see some of the chat, right? If I remove that bar, which I think I can, let's go here, I'll show you. See if this, animated, yeah, I think I can. Let me close some of this and see what you see. I don't even know where it is. Oh, video, a social, alert box, event bar, image, video back, that's that part, and then topic right here. There we go. So hopefully you're able to see most everything. But yeah, if you notice things that you're not seeing, yeah, just more space. If you notice things you're not seeing that you want to see, let me know. I may just make a second scene where like this topic area is gone. Okay. So let's change. I'm going to change this up here. Oh, no, you're good. I'll be sorry. School classroom. You can interrupt all you want, Gold Zulu. It's not really an interruption. It's fun to chat with you. All right, so north. Okay, so this is what I have to change. Things like this. So south is going to be this. It's the we're going to call the location school hallway, and this is going to be called. There really are no world state dependencies, so some of them will just have nothing. So school hallway, if you're going north from the school hallway, it's back to the classroom. There are no dependencies on that either. And we need a comma. All right. South from the school hallway is the science lab. No dependencies as of yet. Just do this. School principal's office, nothing. This one will have some. So if we go east, school playground, and then we're going to say, we can copy this, I think. World state dependency key. It's looking for the key of outside door, and the value has to be unlocked in order to go that way. Maybe we have a message too. Let's just have a message. That door is the door to the outside. The door to the outside is locked. You'll need a key. All right, cool. That helps. And then, see, this is where I don't know if SkillFlow Builder would be this flexible. But I don't know. I haven't tried it. So we have valid directions. Now we just need to add here. So attempting to head direction for this, if world state location and valid directions. So if school classroom, direction, this should be location here. South, I'm going to say location. We're going to load the assets. All right, we need to check that out and see if this works. There's no syntax errors that I can see there. PyTest should show me just one error that I haven't fixed yet. I don't care about that one. And then ask deploy. See if this works. SFB doesn't have a concept of direction. Okay. I mean, that is kind of a weird throwback to the old days of gaming. The NSEW. By the way, Goldzuli, do you ever use Homebrew? Isn't there a way to search Homebrew packages? Use it a lot now. Good. Well, there's one here you might like called Frotz. Frotz will let you play all the Infocom games from your command line. It looks really good. It looks like the old days. I mean, there's no UI, special UI, but it's just a black terminal. And then, of course, you can find all the games now. But I was having a really hard time finding a Mac version of Frotz that worked. And there was an iOS version, but there wasn't a Mac OS version. So anyway, brew install Frotz took care of it. Works great. So I've been playing, what's the one that's styled after MIT? The Lurking Whore. Well, you're a Vim user and Z Shell trying to do work without any UI other than CLI. That's good. I kind of thought the same. I'm not good with Vim, so that would have to be. I'd have to really get good at that one. Lurking Whore is a tough one right now, but I'm having fun with it. And I pulled a few things out of it I think I've already brought them into this game. Yeah, in fact, there's this part here with Scotch and Bourbon that I brought in here. All right, so this is deployed. Let's try this out. Do you have any reason why you're going all CLI? Is it just for fun? No browse using Vimium on Chrome. Oh, this is new to me. You're in the principal's office. So if we go west, what happens? Oh, west. We can't go west. What if we go east? Oh, BeginBot used it? Ah. East says it's not a direction you can go. I'm in the principal's office. I go east. It's right there. Let's look at the logs. No error in there. I think you can code faster with just the keyboard. Yeah, I agree. And so is Vimium a browser kind of like Selenium, like a headless browser? Vimium. And your mouse is dying. The hacker's browser. Well, I'm sold. Oh, okay. So if I knew Vim, then this would be pretty useful. Okay. I can do bang Q to quit the browser, maybe. Browse anywhere without a mouse. I like that. Okay, so let's see. I'm getting an error. That is not a direction you can go. I wish I could see the error, though. I mean, I'm not printing one out, so it's not a real error. That is not a direction you can go. If I go back to content, right here, give the user an error message. So if player world state location, which we know to be principal's office, is invalid directions, school principals, invalid direction. We said east. Invalid directions. Player world state location. Valid directions is east, yes, so right here. So we're in this, that's good. And direction, which was east, invalid directions, player world state location, which is right there. So that should be it. But I don't see that log. This is attempting to head. Did I miss something? Dev. 2 minutes ago, 2 minutes ago, 2 minutes ago. There's a debug for the player object. School principal's office. And then there's another one for, yeah, that's just the end ID. I should have seen this debug line. I don't see it. I wonder on this. So this is just showing debug right there. So it's not like a logging level that's the issue. All right. See if this shows it. Resolved east intent. Resolved, but we never get this log message right here. Logger.debug player. Is it possible that my debug levels are off? Like if I change it to a logger.error. Well, let's see what happens here. Ask deploy. Why wouldn't it show debug statements? Is it something in this? Get logs. It could be here. Where's debug? Debug. If find debug greater than 0, then we're supposed to print some cyan with debug in it. Find out in a second. That just doesn't make any sense to me. So logger.debug, if message find debug is greater than 0, so we should be here. We're splitting this up on tabs. We're coloring the message cyan. We're giving the message E cyan reverse and tab in the message, and we're outputting, we're pinning it to the output. Oh, here we go. I don't care about start, request IDs. Yeah, that's all right there. So it shouldn't be printing those. So local debugger, I got closer, but every time I do an ask deploy, it overwrites the URL. So then I saw Jeff Blankenberg's stream on it where he manually changes it in Ask. It's go to the Ask console to change the URL, right? It seemed like a hassle. So then I tried to get on bespoken.io because he mentioned Bespoken. And bespoken.io, let me show you this. Bespoken.io. I wanted to try this. I heard this was good. I thought, okay, maybe this will be easy. And then I log in. I don't know, what are we going to log in with? None of these are going to work. There we go. Bespoken. Log in. I'll log in with Amazon. That sounds good. Allow. Does Bespoken have a CLI? So right here, Control-Shift-I. So they have a... They send me an email. What they really haven't. If I click here to send another one, we get a 500 error. I don't need to log in. So there's just a CLI? Well, to activate my account, I think I need to, right? It'd be great if I didn't have to. Bespoken CLI. Here we go. Maybe this is it. Will this let me test locally? Unit test, end-to-end, BST proxy. What is good? Alright, should we try it? Let's try it. npm install bespoken tools -g. Oh, this would be so great if it worked. In the meantime, well, we'll come back to that issue. Let's try this and see if it works. You wrote a CLI script to change the endpoint. Can you change it with just the Ask CLI, like the SMAPI API? Okay, cool. Yeah, I'd love to read that blog. Play some guitar for us while we wait. What do you want to hear, Gold Zulu? Edelweiss. Oh man, I think I actually know that. Oh no, I'm thinking of Greensleeves. Oh, it's a little out of tune. All right, it looks like it's done. Let's try this out. Oh, ukulele's good. We have one. My daughter has one too. And, I'm going to try to learn more on it. I used to know Somewhere Over the Rainbow on it, but I'm not good at that one. All right, so we have this Bespoken API. Getting started. You can learn it. It's great when they're aged. When they're their age, though, they can learn things so much faster than us. All right, we're on this BST. BST. Ooh, well, maybe getting somewhere. Okay. Version, proxies. Proxies, the service to your laptop, debug and develop and debug. So, what do we do here? Proxy? BST proxy? Ah, Blankenberg was using this. I saw this thing. Okay. So now, we need to go change this, right? In our Alexa skill. Control-Shift-C. And we gotta go to our Alexa skill. Okay, we're gonna go Alexa. Oh, console right there. Boy, if you missed that button, it's a long, roundabout way to get there, isn't it? Okay, so we want endpoint, and we want, that's Lambda. Should we just change this to HTTPS? Okay. Here goes nothing. Save. Alright. Now I feel like we're getting close. Second option, SSL. My development has a certificate from a certified wildcard. Probably a wildcard cert. SeekOBD. Okay, good. And we're going to save this. Save the endpoint. My development endpoint is a subdomain of a domain, which is a wildcard, which Bespoken, there's a subdomain wildcard. Okay, good. Second. All right. Now we've got that. So now what happens if we do ask dialog? Can we just go straight to it? Can't be this easy, right? Open, enemy, unknown. What? We should provide a Lambda file. Okay, so we're close. Getting started. Proxy and proxy. Lambda, path to Lambda. Okay, so main.p Lambda. Okay, let's try this. Yes. BST proxy Lambda. What file? Oh, I'm in the wrong directory. BST proxy Lambda. And then we want lambda main.py. Let's do it in Windows format. And then this is going to change, right? Brainy McCartney. Brainy McCartney. Ends in PGR. PGR. Okay, looks good. Let's try this again. Open enemy unknown. KNOWN. Yes, I think that's okay though. This is closer than I've been. Main PY. Let's check it out. I'm going to do some things in main PY at the very top that maybe throws it off. No, I really don't. Logging for the interceptors. Everything looks pretty straightforward there. I think what I need to do is close this. Can I get BST right here? Alright, do it in a bigger window. So BST, let's go D, CD, enemy unknown, BST, proxy, lambda, lambda, main py. Is that your main lambda file? Yes. So if I try to interact with it, open. I just want to see this error message in a larger screen. KNOWN. But you're right, though. I didn't have to create a bespoke account. The CLI works. Okay, so something in here makes it angry. That looks okay. That's just a request. Info, forwarding to localhost 10,000. Main P. Oh, this right here. So it doesn't like. That's interesting. Coding UTF-8. Doesn't like this for some reason. I don't. That's okay. I think that's a. I really don't know why that's there. I probably copied that from some. Like Hello World. I think it's in our Hello World samples, but. Open enemy unknown. Use the HTTP port if this doesn't work. BST proxy HTTP port number. Oh. Wait a second. There's no BST running. BST. Well, let me try this one more time and see what happens. Open enemy unknown. Cannot use import statement outside a module. To your main file served via HTTP. Well, I don't know. I don't have a server running. Should something else be running? Proxy. Proxy Lambda command allows you to run Lambda as a local service. The current command currently only supports no JavaScript Lambdas. Does that mean my oh, Python? Python! We're so close. But okay. Yeah, you wouldn't think it would. Maybe there's got to be some kind of interpreter that that's only looking at Node. So we have a blog post, and the other one I read too, the cookbook. Yeah, this is the one I followed, but I was annoyed that I had to keep changing my endpoint. But I didn't care enough about it. Cookbook. Is it right here? Yeah, I've watched this post. Maybe it's this one. Python. Here we go. This is the one I got to. Yeah, this one, right? Alexa Cookbook. And we use ngrok. Start the debugger. Oh, I did get part of this working. So part of this, I'm gonna have to do this on another one. I'm gonna keep working on the stream. But part of what was happening is I had some special. Where was it crashing? In one of these Lambda main. Oh, substitute with BST proxy. Yeah, that would work, wouldn't it? Anyway, in one of these it crashes. Like if I put a breakpoint on something, I think it was not in content. It was or main. Maybe it's under content. I had some code here that it didn't like when it's looking for not logger, not story hooks. This, I think something in here, this base path stuff was making it. ngrok, that was working. This post is working with ngrok. Yeah, I got this far, and I was able to start debugging, but it was crashing on something, and I didn't really want to mess with it. I'll have to like just devote a day to getting that working. It's my fault for going with Python, which I love Python. No regrets on that one. Yeah, it's like it's one of the costs of doing business. All right, so let's go back. And if I just do an ask deploy, it should overwrite the endpoint, right? Yeah, what I should do, I'll get this working and make a blog post out of it in Python. Maybe that'll help. No, don't be sorry. Like this BST stuff is actually really cool. I wish it worked for JavaScript. Oh yeah, what time is Justin? Is he coming on right now? Twitch.tv, Amazon Alexa. Let's see. Or is he going? He's on his own channel, probably, right? Just Jeffress. Let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna say hi to Justin. Let's pull this over here. Can't hear him. W. Giorgio is here. What is happening, W. Giorgio? Alright, I'm going to close. Justin, we'll go rate him later. Let's get back to this. So, skill, blah, 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 blah. That's all good. Let's go AWS logs. AWS logs right here. Don't be sorry, Gold Zulu. That was fun. Yeah, W. Georgie, I'm gonna experiment with different times. I'm gonna experiment with different times to see which one gets more viewers. I think I still only have like 3, 2. That's what I was getting in the morning, so it's not like this probably time isn't gonna be the same either. But I'll do an experiment for a couple of weeks, and I'm also streaming on YouTube at the same time to see what that does. All right, let's get out of this playground. We got to figure out this error. I got to figure it out. Ask dialogue. And we're going to do look around. This utterance did not... Oops, we got to open enemy unknown first. Uh-oh. That's not good, is it? Let's look at these endpoints. Did this endpoint save? Oh, it does. I want to go back to the Lambda ARN. There we go. Save that endpoint. Now, let's try this. Open enemy. You're finishing your game tonight? Like, finish, W. Giorgio? Save endpoints. I saved it. What are we talking about? Refresh. Uh-oh, look at this. It's all sorts of... Copy to clipboard, save it. Do I need to build, maybe? Build. I shouldn't have to. Your skills. Enemy unknown. Endpoints. Scroll back up. An ARN. There we go. Save that. Oh, no. I see what happened. Okay. I've got to go get this Lambda ARN, which is back here, probably. Lambda ARN. IAM role. ARN right here. So, yeah, that's weird. I did redeploy, I thought, right? Didn't I do it right here? Ask dialogue, ask... I didn't ask deploy after all that, but that's okay. We can do it this way. I agree. That should fix it. Now it should work. Space Battle is horribly behind schedule. Let's quit this. Make sure we've deployed. W. Georgia, that's really cool. Congratulations. I have finished so few of the games I've ever started, so it seems like you're 1 for 1, which is great. Or maybe you've done a lot more, but that's really good. Yes, I get distracted by shiny ZSH objects. You're 1 for 500. Well, that's awesome. I'm going to finish Enemy Unknown. I can promise you that. Whether I get all the graphics done, I don't know. I've been thinking about the graphics a lot lately, so I think I might start working on this pretty soon, just to kind of keep me... because watching this stream, you're just watching a terminal, it's probably not that much fun, but I think if you're watching someone do some graphical stuff, like you're doing, yes. Greg did a 4 a.m. BST stream? Oh, he did the 8 p.m. stream last night, didn't he? 8 p.m. his time. Alright, here we go. Ask ASK dialogue. I didn't realize it was over BST, though, so sounds like I need to watch that. I'm sure his skill's in Node, so it's going to work flawlessly. There we go. In the principal's office, there's no one here. Large globe. Let's show this to Giorgio. Spin the globe. Getting some good debug info. Spin the globe, watching it, blah, blah, blah. Upon closer inspection, you see 2 small hinges along the equator. Open the globe. Every principal's office surely has a globe with liquor inside it. Drink the scotch. And if you actually look at look at the scotch. This is from The Witness, the game The Witness. This exact line. It's a half-full bottle of 10-year Highland Cream Scotch whiskey. I played The Witness this weekend too, and I stole that line, borrowed that line. All right, good. Things are looking better here. If I go east, this is where something got weird. We got to check this out. You cannot go that way. We know we can go east. I'm thinking in the right direction. What if I go west? Whoops. Ooh. West. Attempting to head east from school principal's office. There's the problem. There's not a problem, but there is something interesting here. So if I go to content, attempting to head. So logger debugs aren't showing up. That's a problem. I know how to fix this though. So downstairs I've got a different version of this logging file. I'm going to go commit it to the repo and run back up here and continue. Stay tuned. I'll be right back. Let's just watch Justin in the meantime. Where's Justin at? I got it over here. Grab it. Alright, what kind of magic is Justin up to? We're still using Moment, my favorite node library. Twitch within a Twitch. Alright, so this is the weird part. So if I go get logs, get log, typo, that's the last one I have too. That's really weird. Get status, core, get stash. Hit reset, hard, head, typo, perfect. So for some reason, I'm not getting debug lines, and those are really important. It's okay. So for now, how could that be a window? No, that's not sarcasm. I really do like Moment. Moment is an awesome node library. I love Moment. Like without Moment, working with time in JavaScript is awful. But yeah, no, it's literally my favorite node library. I mean, you can make an argument for the AWS libraries too. They're helpful, but I really don't use much with Node for AWS. I use Python. Logger info, attempting to head. So at least we know. All right, so AWS logs. Let's go back to this. I really don't know why we're not getting debug lines. This is a debug line though. How does that debug line work, and yet this one doesn't? Like we should see debug player. Very strange. That's okay. We're just gonna call all these infos for now. Attempting to head west from school principal's office, east. So we are definitely attempting there, and this is where things are dying. Valid directions. And it broke after I added this, so what changed? Location. So player world state location, which is player world state location, is school principal's office. So if school principal's office is invalid directions, which is here. Oh, there's no... This is it right here. School principal's office. There we go. I think we got it fixed. Really just want to make sure this works, then we'll add in this dependency. I really have to get local set up. I mean, how many minutes have I wasted just waiting for this to finish over the course of this game? Alright, that's going to work. So once this works, directional scene. So it's trying to grab the scene, and it's saying valid directions, location, which is school principal's office, direction, east, location, school hallway. But what we need to do first is say, if... It's a long statement. I need to rewrite everything in JavaScript. Oh, that'd be the worst. Do I remember a year ago? A year ago? 2019? It's been a long time, W. Giorgio. Deploying stuff. Oh, yes. That's true. That is true. At least now it'll skip it if it didn't change. A lot of what I did a year ago was all based, I was hitting an EC2 endpoint. So everything I did, we were building these AI models that Alexa hit, and they had to be on these nice EC2 machines. So they weren't even hitting, I mean, they would hit Lambda as far as, Lambda would just proxy it to EC2. That's all. So I never deployed to Lambda, but it was just literally making changes on the EC2 machine, which, and I had a custom script do that too, as a Git, like a code deploy kind of thing. All right, let's make sure before I go too much further, ask dialog, open enemy. We should be able to go east now. KNOWN, and then we're going to say east. EAST. We should get to the hallway. Good. You're standing in the hallway just south of your classroom. There are dim emergency lights on that reveal a door. We need to change that story up. Whoops. Story YAML. There are dim emergency lights on that reveal a door to the west, marked principal's office, and a door to the east that leads outside. The hallway continues to the south to the science laboratory. Perfect. All right. Story's better. And content. All right, this is where we have to get a little bit to type some. All right, so if valid direction, player world state, location, direction, east, location, and we need I think we just do this in Python. The REPL first. All right, so we're gonna say valid directions. Let's make sure we have this. Good. We're gonna say school principal's office and east. No, we're gonna school hallway. So let's imagine we're in the hallway, which we are. If we try to go east, we should get a location of school playground. All right. Now, can we say if world state dependency key in this, then we're going to say true. Or we're just going to say hello or something. Alright, that's not how we do it. I think it's world state dependency, dependency key. Oh, it's not location, it's in east. There we go. That's all I need to do. All right. If So we're just saying if there's a dependency in this direction, world state dependency key in here, then we have to do some extra logic. Else, everything else can work as normal. Alright, so the logic is world state dependency key. If player world state, and then dependency key is state dependency key. Player print file direction east world state dependency key outside door. Player world state. This is like a variable though. Player world state. Dependency keys outside door. World state. I have to evaluate that. I have to evaluate this variable. State dependency key east. Where have I done this before? Story hooks? I've done something similar here, I think. Story hooks. Import story hooks. Get attribute story hooks self. Maybe get attr is the one to do here. So if I say get attr, what does this look like? Expected. Oh yeah, if you give it an object, get. Wow. There's no way that's gonna work. You're standing in the hallway. Okay. World state dependency key, invalid direction, school hallway east. Back to the content, school hallway. School hallway east, we have these items. Just so I can see it better. Let's do this. So, a location, a school playground. We can get that no problem. School hallway. Get attr valid. Wait. Get attr. That's not gonna work. Is it true Python has no private variables? I think you can. I think there's a decorator method to do it. Like, I don't know. I don't use decorator much, but you can add a decorator, and I believe in a class. I believe you can make private variables though. You may have to use like underscore. I think there's some tricks to it. I don't use them though. But I don't have a classic CS background, so I don't even. I've never used private variables. In what I've done. I just wasn't taught them, and I didn't see the use for them. I know, well, I shouldn't say it. I do know the use for them, but I just never used them. All right, what is going on here? If world state, we know we're getting this far. This is good. So we have, let's just put a comment here. We have a dependency on an external world state to check before the player can move this direction. I think I've looked this up on a stream before even. Python private variable. There's no existence of private. Maybe an 8. Private. Yeah, an 8. There's a double underscore. I think double underscore might be the way to do it. Any identifier of the form 2 underscores is replaced by class name spam. Okay, yeah, so it's private to this class. But that's a relatively new thing in 3.8. I don't think it was around even in 3.7. Okay, so let's go back here. So the hallway has a blocker on it. Oh, I use classes. I use classes like this whole... Oops. This whole content is a class by itself. And then player is a class. So you have a player has max inventory items and a init feature and yeah, all sorts of stuff. I do like classes. I don't, the variable stuff is where I don't use, I probably don't do it the right way. We have a dependency on an external world state to check before the player can move this direction. So we know we see this here, and I just want this value. So what is this value? So valid complete. Valid directions is this location. Oops. Is that valid directions location? Direction is going to be east, and then valid directions location east and world state dependency value. W Giorgio says I don't use them either very much in Node. Yeah, I wonder. I mean, supposedly it's less secure, right? But I don't understand what makes. I bet, part of it is that I always code very much on my own, and if you're on a team, like I know not to mess with a variable in player that doesn't need to be messed with from an outside function. Maybe like these should all be private variables. I don't even know. No idea what you're supposed to do. Things work though, but will they break because we're not using private variables? I don't know. I want this value right here. I guess I can just get it this way. So, dependency key outside door. So we need to look for this in the player. Oh, if valid directions, we need all this line right here. Location, world state dependency key in player.worldState. Okay, we're getting somewhere now. Not dot notation. That's one thing I do miss about Node 2 is the dot notation versus this bracket notation. And there's a Python plugin to give you that too, but I didn't want to use that. I feel like there's too many tabs here. One. Okay. So we have in the world state, and then we need to make sure it matches. So valid directions, okay. If equals value Goldzulu says my space battle is both in TypeScript and JavaScript. Should throw Python in to handle the WebRTC server. Yeah, why not? Mix it up. Get a little C# in there. Alright, so we're going to say logger.info, and we're going to say correct world state value. And then else. So now the player doesn't have the value that it needs, so he can't go that direction. So all we're going to do is say plus self. So this is the content. Yeah. Self.vo is self.prepare you. Oh, we need the locked, which is message. Perfect. So the door to the outside is locked. You will need a key. So now we need this whole long thing. Put a colon here. Location, world state, dependency value. So location, and then let's see here. Location, and then we need message. Alright. That actually might work. There's an if here, so we need another else here. So else. Valid direction. I think we need the same thing. We're going to put a logger.error. Well, it's just going to be info, actually. Logger.info user cannot go this way. And we're going to put another one that's a little bit different so we'll know which one we're getting to. User tried to go a direction. They were blocked from going. Play guitar to get them to talk. We'll play guitar, that'd be fun. Let's just play it while we deploy. Which song do you want to hear? You wanted to hear, that's the most nested if. I know, there's probably some cleanup I can do. This is so long and ugly. What song did you want to hear earlier? Not Edelweiss. Oh, Edelweiss. Chords. Edelweiss? Metallica. Okay. I don't know that song. I mean, I know the song. I don't know it enough to play. There's Edelweiss. Easy Song Medley. Or Melody. Oh, that's cool. He's playing down there.
First finger and my right, and then we're gonna get to the brim. This note right here. So that backing up, it sounds like this from the A7 Bible.
The guy's already way out of my league. Alright, let's see. I really should have done a quick PyTest to make sure that there were no syntax errors. If we get this working on the first try, that'll be kind of miraculous. Let's see what happens. Ask. At the very least, it should help us narrow down what's going on, or what we want to do. Oh, I did a deploy again. Look around. Oops. Open enemy unknown. Trinity is he works for Alexa. I wish he'd do his own stream. Justin is still in the moment. I'm gonna quit at 5 my time, which is 20 minutes, and we're gonna go raid Justin. So hopefully we have enough people here to raid him, and we'll mess with him a little bit. We'll figure out what we can do. All right, so we're staying in the hallway just south of the classroom. It says door to the south of the science lab. All right, so we're gonna go east. We're gonna keep our fingers crossed. East. We should get a message saying the door is locked. Oh, boo. I mean, this is an error I give back, or a response I give back. It does mean we're going to see an error here in a second. Unable to find spoken content for intent. School playground. Oh, we haven't built that yet. But it really shouldn't get there, I don't think. Unable to find unspoken content. So right here, story point. So it's trying to get to a story point. Why is that not saved? That content. Did I not save this? World state. Maybe I didn't save it. Oh, something's really wrong here. Okay. Logger info. If player world state, correct world state value, and we're going to say, so we need to load. This is where the dependency is right. So we need to say all this stuff. Load. This needs to go here too. Load assets for the story point. And so at some point we got it here and we didn't load assets for a story point. I need to put some debug lines in here. Alright, so attempting to head. Did we even get this far? Attempting to head east from School Hallway. Okay, that's good. That's a good debug line. And then we just need them all over the place. So logger.info. I'm just going to, not that, A, B. I just want to see where we get. C. Do you guys do this too? D. Because I know these are already infoed. Alright, good. I wonder if that's common. What does a real computer scientist do? Surely they just do these random debug lines. Oh, W. Giorgio doesn't. He probably does something way more elegant then. I just need to see where I'm getting in the code. Yeah, W. Giorgio probably does real breakpoints and steps to it. That's what we should be doing. I should be doing. It's actually great. That would solve... Man, I really am doing some of this wrong. Like, I really just need to take 2 hours, 3 hours to get local debug working. And then I could really set breakpoints. The problem is with this custom code, it was giving me some issues. Oh yeah, that's a pretty cool extension. Especially for this DynamoDB part. That's going to be super handy. Oh, look at this. This is interesting because we moved the window over. That little spinny wheel, the spinner, got all confused. Now it's back. Alright, ask dialog. Open enemy unknown. I do know my next skill is going to have a much easier name than enemy unknown. Ooh. What does that mean? Why did it just die? Look around. Yeah, I like my AWS log better too. I needed it to scroll and I didn't like having to switch to that window. What? Unable to find story points. School playground and available story actions. Well, let's go ahead and add that real quick then. So story point school playground. So we have school hallway. We're going to make a school playground. School principals, PR and PL. So we're going to go here. And I'm just going to make something pretty basic for this. Oops. School playground. Intent, it doesn't matter. Okay. You're now standing outside on the school playground. There is a bicycle. There are no other students. There are no other students, but there is a bicycle rack here. And your bicycle here with your bicycle. Probably change that, but this will just get us something. You're now standing outside. Your bicycle is here. So I have a short one, a short voiceover too that we use sometimes. All right, you're standing outside. Your bicycle's here. From here, you can go west. You can go back to school to the west, or ride your bike. And then we don't have any APL for this yet. You can say go west. Ride the bicycle. Yes, you get to go back to school in this game. Alright, hint. I don't know. I have no hint. Alright, so now we have a story action called School Playground. So we should not get this error, but what I don't understand is why we're even reaching it. And we didn't see any A's and B's and C's and D's, right? None. So let's do a pie test to make sure we only have this one error. 1 failed, 16 passed. Asked to play. Alright. I've got this weird... So, in the game, there are a couple of different windows. When you say look out the window, it should give you the appropriate text depending on the scene. And there's one test here that's failing. So, look out the window doesn't work, but I'm not messing with it right now. Come back and fix that later. Oh, that's another thing I don't do as a self-taught developer, is I don't do test-driven development. I mostly do development-driven testing. So I only have 16 tests. I go through and add them as I find errors, and it helps me not regress if I fix them, but supposedly that's not the right way either. But I would argue with people on that one. At least you have a test. Yeah, so you're a development-driven tester too. Some of my tests are really basic too. So if I'm at the modem scene and I say look at the computer, I'm inserting that there's some content that comes back. That's not good, because now there's content that comes back for everything. It should search that content for the words like computer, screen, whatever my text is. Good developers don't need tests because they can do no wrong. I agree. Ask dialogue. I'm going to clear this too. Let's get fresh logs. Open, enemy, unknown. Let's see if this actually opens this time. You're standing outside on the school playground. There are no other students, but there's a bicycle rack here with your bicycle. Let's go back to the west. But see, we shouldn't be there. The world state, that's not a direction you can go. Yes, it is. Lies. Oh, okay, we gotta add that. So school playground, SCHOL, play. Possible directions are just west, right? Right. And the location it should take you is school hallway. Gotta do this again. Quit. Oh, you know what? We really don't have to. We're gonna try this. We're gonna try this serverless plugin. We're gonna go Dynamo items, and the account I'm on is this one. We're gonna change story point to school hallway. I don't know if that's a point. School hallway. School playground. I guess it's okay to make that a story point too. Globe. The globe is open. There's a light source. That means I've turned the flashlight on. We have an inventory of keys. Okay, so I've done that. How do I save it? It probably just saves on exit, right? Yeah, it's like, this is way better than God mode. School hallway. Let's just see. Open, enemy. So it should give us the description of the hallway now, and not the outside, not the playground. Oh, we're still there. We didn't save this. Refresh. School hallway, school hallway. Is this another account I have? Nope. I can go back though, right? Go back. Oh, wow, we're at the very beginning. Ride to school. That's right, I know how to get there pretty quickly. Ride the bike to school, to the flashlight, turn on the flashlight, and we're going to go south. So we're back in the classroom now. How do I close this window? Ooh, no one do that. Oh wait, update. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. So I think you have to close it maybe to save it. So if I close it, it's asking me if I want to save that. I'm going to say don't save. Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. That's right. So we'll go to the south. And south takes us to hallway. You're staying in the hallway. Now we're going to go east. And we know it's going to take us outside, even though it shouldn't. But what we want to do is see if we get the A, B's, and C's that we have here. So here goes. Oh, we do. Attempting to head south from school classroom. Oh, that's before. Okay, so A and D. So there's no dependency key, which is perfect. When I go east, we should get to B. We should get A and B. If we don't, then that's the problem. Waiting for this to refresh. A and D again. Okay, so we're just not getting to B. If world state dependency key in valid directions, player world state location, direction location. World state dependency key right here, and it's right there. In valid directions, which is school hallway. School hallway. Direction was east. Oh. We don't need this. Direction was east right here. There we go. Yeah, Cammy went to Facebook, I think. Yeah, she was really great. I'm sad she left. She's such a good teacher. But I believe she's at Facebook. So direction east. I was looking at direction location, so I think this is going to get us to B. Yeah, she's a good follow on the Twitters. So, Goldzulu, how much of your space game do you have left? I'm going to clear this one more time. 3 to 4 days. That's not bad. That's great. I've got to find an art. You did your own art, didn't you? That's really good by itself. I've got to find some art. I think what I'm going to do is find someone on Fiverr to make a few templates for me. 80s art. Those are all really cool. 80s retro synthwave album single cover art. I'm gonna try to find someone to make a few of those and maybe pay extra to get a template and then do the rest myself, because I'm gonna have a lot of APL graphics. But if I have the templates with some layers, I can do some nice 3D stuff. All right, here we go. Ask dialogue. We're outside. Let's go back and try this again, now that I know what I'm doing on this. So I'm going to go to items. We're going to change the this to school hallway. Whoops. And we're going to save it. Now, if I do debug, I'm sending debug information to your portable device. This playground should change the hallway. 3. Oh, it didn't. Story playground. Why didn't it do that? I close this. Story point school hallway.